They told people the peace process was hard choices. But here's the question no one wants to answer too plainly. What if some of those choices meant certain terror suspects were handled differently under the law? Because the most recent leaked files are not a small story. They raise a much bigger one. Not just what happened, not just who knew what happened, but whether politics started carrying more weight than the justice system. And that should make ordinary people deeply uncomfortable. Because this was not some technical paperwork dispute. This was about alleged gun running, weapons, smuggling, port networks for terrorists. Now stop there for a second. Because when you strip politics away and the political language, the diplomatic caution, and all the careful phrasing, you're left with one brutal question. Were officials more worried about upsetting the peace process than pursuing the case with full force? Because if that was even part of the thinking, then justice was not standing on its own. It was being weighed, it was being measured and balanced against political consequences. And once that happens, everything changes. Because ordinary people are always told the same thing. The law is the law. Justice is blind and nobody is above it. But if the state privately treated some cases as too politically sensitive to handle normally, then justice was not blind at all. It was selective. And that is where trust starts collapsing. Because people can't accept painful truths. People can even accept difficult compromises. But what they do not accept is being told the rules are equal when behind closed doors they are clearly not. So ask yourself, if this had involved some other group linked to gun running, terrorist networks, and international extradition requests, would the government have been this careful? Would they have moved this cautiously? Would they have worried so much about a political rhythm of the moment? I do not believe they would. And this is the real issue here. Not just peace, not just history, and not just the leaked files, but whether ordinary people were asked to accept something they were ever meant to notice. Not peace, double standards. Because peace built on truth is one thing, peace built on selective enforcement is something completely and very different. And if politics was allowed anywhere near decisions like this, then how many other difficult choices were there really justice being quietly parked for political convenience? So let me ask plainly, is justice really blind or only blind when it's safe to be?